Most men wait, and that's exactly why they stay stuck. They wait for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, a hero to save them. Not you, not now. Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates and one of the sharpest strategists on the planet, says it straight. Adapt early rather than react late. Because when you wait to react, you enter the game already behind. That's mediocrity. That's regret. You're not here for that. You're here for clarity, for power, for a way forward. Welcome to Men of Power. This isn't just a channel, it's a system, a mindset, a code for men who refuse to wait to be saved. Let's show you exactly how to adapt early and win.
For about 55 years, I've been a global macro investor, and I learned that many of the things that surprised me never happened in my lifetime before. So when I would see certain things happen that were like that, I would go back in history and study prior periods. Studying, for example, the Great Depression allowed us to anticipate the financial crisis in 2008. Anyway, there are three big things that I observed happening that didn't happen in our lifetimes, but happened during the 1930 to 45 period. And they are the creation of enormous amounts of debt and the printing of money to pay for those debts, and it having its economic effects on inflation and growth. The second is internal conflicts over the largest wealth gaps we had since then, values gaps, and the rise of populism of the right and the left. Those conflicts, again, largest since that 1930 to 45 period. And then the rise of a great power, producing a great powers conflict internationally, with the rise of China as a great power, challenging the United States with Russia. So the great power conflict, that also is the most that's happened since the Great Depression. So because those three things are happening now, and I didn't study them, I went back and I needed to study the cycles.
Adapting isn't giving in, it's seizing control. In a 2022 interview on economic cycles, Dalio said human adaptability is the strongest force, even in crises like pandemics, inflation, political upheaval. One thing never fails: adaptation. Imagine this. A company sees signals of a recession, a drop in orders, a shift in consumer behavior. You adapt early. Diversify services, slash costs, pivot product lines. You don't wait for the revenue drop. You anticipate it. You strike first. That takes guts. That takes discipline. Men of power don't wait to respond. We become the change before the world demands it. Dalio taught us pain plus reflection equals progress. After losing millions in 1982, he didn't panic, he learned. He asked, what went wrong? How did ego make me ruin clients? He rebuilt, stronger, smarter. Let's paint a real-world scenario. You launched a side hustle, flopped, sales tanked. Most men spiral. You mine the pain. What marketing failed? Which target audience was wrong? Where should you pivot? Then you adapt. Early. That's not uncertainty. That's seizing opportunity.
Dalio calls his all-weather portfolio the holy grail of risk-balanced investing. But what does that mean for your everyday life as a modern man? It means you should never rely on just one source of income. You need to build real skills, grow your network, launch side hustles, create passive income streams, and most importantly, rebalance your assets before a downturn hits. That's not luck, that's a strategy. Dalio protected himself against what he didn't know. He always saved enough to cover worst-case scenarios. That's power. That's adapting early. And when you adapt early, you grow early. Dalio once said, reality is a perpetual motion machine. And you're the one operating that machine. So run a monthly check on your systems. Are you overspending? Have your fitness habits slipped? Are your career skills outdated? If something's off, adjust. Tweak your routine. Correct your course. Do it daily, weekly, consistently. That's what early adaptation looks like, and it builds serious momentum. Dalio also said, "The consensus is often wrong." That mindset built Bridgewater into a financial powerhouse. He encouraged his team to challenge ideas, to think independently, not to blindly follow the group. Now picture this. Everyone around you is shouting, "Buy, buy, buy." But your gut and your research say something else. Most men react to the noise. They follow the crowd, but not you. You adapt early. You ask questions, you hedge your bets, you diversify. That's not fear, that's calculated strategy.
Ray Dalio simplified the complexity of life into just 3 powerful questions. What do I want? What is really true? And what should I do about it? Now, pause. That's not just philosophy. That's a practical tool. A framework for living like a man who doesn't chase, he creates. What do you want? Be honest. Do you want wealth, purpose, legacy? Or maybe peace of mind, control over your time, or the power to provide? Next, what is really true? Strip away emotion, strip away ego. Are your habits serving you? Are you earning what you're worth? Is your time being invested or wasted? Now the final question, what should you do about it? This is where 99% of men freeze. They overthink, they hesitate, they drown in distraction. But men of power, we act. We upskill, we cut waste, we invest, we reposition. We break old patterns early, before they break us. This is how you build a strategic life. Not reactive, not emotional, but principle-based. You wake up each morning and ask those 3 questions, and you answer with action. When you live by this, the results are undeniable. Clarity replaces confusion, focus replaces chaos. Momentum becomes your default setting. And now, you're not just existing, you're engineering your life. Ray Dalio didn't just build wealth. He built resilience, systems, a way of thinking that applies to more than just markets. He taught that adapting early isn't just smart, it's survival. It's how he built Bridgewater from a 2-room apartment into the largest hedge fund on earth. It's how he bounced back from failure, stronger every time. And it's exactly how you build a life that doesn't break under pressure. Adapt early or stay broke. That's not a threat, it's a fact. You can either watch the storm hit or you can shift your sails before it even forms. Because the truth is, no one's coming to save you. Not the government, not your boss, not your friends. This world doesn't owe you safety, it responds to strategy. And men of power, we don't wait for the world to hand us anything. We build, we move first, we create our own momentum. This isn't just a YouTube channel, it's a mission, a movement, a mindset. So if this hit home, if you're done sitting on the sidelines, like the video, subscribe and hit that bell icon, not just so you don't miss content, but so you don't miss your moment. Adapt early, move first, dominate your life. Because in this game, only one thing separates the average from the elite: timing. And yours is now.
Back roads I've been roaming, trying to find my own way home. Long lost in this world so wide, searching for a place to lay my pride. Through the moonlit nights I travel far, underneath the shimmering stars, but the city lights just ain't my scene. I need the countryside where I can dream. I'm finding my